And also I've seen the lady that the girls had seen, but I'd never seen her face. She stands with her back towards us.
Yeah. Someone's coming down those stairs at next door. What?
Oh my God.
That's the stairs where
He's always in this little bit of the garden, which is right outside that window. We have that little bit, and he's just always there, but I can't see his face. I know he's a man.
The thing I would say is that there is a presence upstairs here that is quite angry. I presume other investigators have been here before, other people have been here before. They are angry because a spirit board has been used.
The boy that drowned in the pond, out in the garden.
Yes, sir. Yes,
If I'm poison, manufacture record.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've overdosed on you. Cause then you wake up dead one day.
Our investigation takes us to Fiona's tea room, located in the small village of Frimley. It was first built in the 1600s as a coaching inn, and then it became a tavern. Over the years, it was the village pottery, a tailor shop, and a building society. A few years ago, Fiona opened the tea room within the local village, and it was not long before strange occurrences started to happen. On most mornings, when opening up her shop, Fiona would find things thrown around and other items on the floor. Cameras were set up and a black mass was captured on film. The word spread of the strange occurrences at Fiona's tea room, and soon it hit the media and was featured in the news. Apparitions are seen in the daytime. An old lady in Victorian clothes wanders through the tea room and then disappears. A dark figure of a man has been seen, and children have been heard running around. Footsteps are heard coming from the upstairs. Banging and unexplained noises are heard throughout the location. After researching the property, we discover that in the 1920s, when it was a tavern, Ed Shell was visiting his friend that lived there, and an incident took place. Ed accidentally drowned in the pond, which was located in the back garden.
So Fiona, I believe it was 2.5 to 3 years ago when you opened the tea rooms?
Yes, it was about 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
And how long before the paranormal activity started?
Probably within about a week.
Within a week?
Yeah. The girls were thinking they'd seen things, and I was a bit dubious whether they had. I'd come in the morning and the doors would be unlocked, the lights would be on, fridges would be off, when I knew for a fact I'd turn them all off. Mm-hmm. So I decided to put some cameras up, and that's when we caught one in action, basically. And also I've seen the lady that the girls had seen, but I'd never seen her face. She stands with her back towards us. She goes towards the back of the tea room, and then she's not anywhere to be seen.
So she comes from the front down there?
She comes from the front.
And down here?
Yeah, to here, and she disappears. I've also had whisperings in my ear. Things have shut themselves off the shelves at me. Machinery goes on and off. Oven turns up and burns the cakes quite often.
How often does this sort of activity take place?
Every day something happens.
It's every day, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Freya's heard it quite a bit today. We'll be busying around and you see somebody in front of you and then they've disappeared. It's like really quick. Yeah. Somebody ran from here to there. I was looking and it was like really quick. I didn't see what it was or who it was.
Is there anything here that's ever scared you at all?
Only once, when we actually got the first evidence on the camera when we first put it up. Freya had called me because she likes looking at the cameras and said that the alarm had gone off. So we looked and there was a really dark shadow and it sort of morphed into this funny shape. So that was caught on the camera. Okay. And that was the first thing, and I was a bit scared to come in the morning because I thought, I wasn't imagining it or anything.
Yeah.
So
it's most mornings you will come in and find something.
Yeah,
out
lights
of place.
would be on. Yeah, I came in one morning and we'd stacked the high chairs up like that. There's no way they're going to fall over. I went into the front and the high chairs were all over the floor and all the other chairs were all, it was like they were thrown on the floor as well.
So Freya, how long have you worked here at Fiona's Tea Room?
So, since it opened, so just over 2 years.
Okay. And what have you seen inside this place?
Well, so it all started with an old lady, and I always would be by the till, and this old lady, you'd never ever see her walking through the door, you'd never see her face, but she'd be right in front of the till, down the front of the tea room, and she'd be carrying shopping bags. They were actually like orange Sainsbury's bags. That's what they look like, but they weren't Sainsbury's bags. And she would just walk up, and I'd think it's a customer, so we'd go to walk up, and she was never there. And a lot of the time, I always see a man, but again, I never see his face.
So this lady with the shopping bags, how comes you couldn't see her face?
It was weird. It was like the front of her was blurred, but then the back of her was very visual. You could make out what she was wearing, but you could, and she had grey hair, and it was up, but it was like the front was just blurred.
How was her clothes? Would you say they were old-fashioned clothes?
Yeah, very old-fashioned clothes. It was like, I'm trying to describe it. It's kind of like when they like released loads of documentaries about like the war and things back then, and they'd wear them quite baggy clothes, of back puffy.
You mean like frills and
yeah,
things like that? Do you know what colour the dress was?
Green.
A green?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how many times has this lady been seen in the shop? And was it just the once that you
No,
saw her?
I've seen her quite a lot, and it's always by the till, walking up.
And where would she walk to?
Well, by the time I walk around the counter to look up, she wasn't there anymore.
Okay, so you don't see exactly where she goes to?
No.
Okay, and you mentioned this gentleman that's here as well?
Yeah, I see him a lot. So where the kitchen is and our fryers are put, there's the windows, and they have the, like, don't know how you describe it, like the caged windows. He's always in this little bit of the garden, which is right outside that window. We have that little bit, and he's just always there, but I can't see his face. I know he's a man because of kind of the build of the morph figure, but I can never ever, I couldn't tell you what he was wearing, I couldn't tell you what he looked like, but it's just a real tall, quite chubby, just black figure, and he's always there, always there.
We meet up with Jeff Moore, who has the ability to tune in and see and sense things around him. He has no prior knowledge of the location.
So here we are at Fiona's tea room, and we brought along a friend of ours. This is Jeff Moore, and he can walk into buildings and pick up things and sense things. So we've asked him along today to do a little walkthrough for us to the tea room and see what he can find. And I believe that something happened just before you was coming here.
Yeah, so it was on Wednesday, so that's 3 days ago.
Okay.
It was in the afternoon at home. I was walking through my hallway into the living room. As I looked through to the living room, there was a boy stood in the living room staring straight at me. Just stood there, emotionless. And when you see him, of course, you're shocked. So I stood still, and he was black from head to foot, like as if you'd been in a coal mine covered in soot, or, you know. And of course, by the time I've sort of been able to move, he's gone.
Yeah.
But I knew that he was from here.
Okay.
It was as if he was saying, when you come to the tea room, find me or help me. He was asking me to look for him.
Okay.
That's what the sense was, yeah.
Okay. Now, although we asked you to come along here to do a
Sure.
walkthrough for us and see what you can sense, can you confirm that I haven't told you anything that I know?
No, nothing at all, no.
And
no, even if you had tried to, I would have said I don't want to know.
And earlier on, when we interviewed Freya, the manager here, and also Fiona, the owner,
Yes, yeah.
you wasn't here at the time, was you?
No, I turned up when it was finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to know anything.
So it's just in case any of you guys say, oh, you know, has he had any prior information or anything? He hasn't. We've done a lot of research, and we found out a lot of things which Jeff here knows nothing about.
No, if I feel anything, I want it to be from me, not from rumour or, you know, yeah.
Okay, so shall we move on to the rest of
Sure.
the back of the building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the back of the tea rooms. Quite a big space.
this back corner here. It feels like when they close up at night and go, you would expect a spirit's going to come down and be here. As if it's routine, as if they were going to come down here each night to have their dinner, or this is their safe place when everyone goes. Something or someone is here. It's female. And it's a lady, it's not a girl, it's a female, it's a lady. She comes here every night and just sits here.
I'll tell you what, it's really cold in here, isn't it?
So we've got a room through there, have we?
We have, yep. We've got a hallway
Because
through there.
whatever was here isn't here, so I'm wondering if it's gone through there. This thing, this person didn't like us coming upstairs. It wanted us not to be up here. So it may have gone through there, but
So we need to go through that way?
This feels like, I don't know what's through there yet, but it feels like there's multiple spirits upstairs here. I don't know what's through there yet, but there are, how can I say, they don't belong together. It's not like they're a family, it's
different layers?
various spirits who are here for different reasons, and they are all upstairs here.
Mm-hmm.
And they will just move around, but they don't belong together.
Okay.
And one of them doesn't like us being up here because it tried to stop me. But it might be through there now. But yeah, that sort of gave me a bit of a shiver.
Should we carry on through?
We've definitely got the male spirit here. This is Joe. Joe, are you here? If you're here, Joe, will you talk to me, please? Can I come through that, Jeff? Joe is here, is a male Joe, but he didn't die here. He was a railway worker, laid railway tracks, but he didn't die here. But he didn't live here and he didn't die here, but he's chosen to be here. So this is his happy place. And he died an accident at work on the railways.
Was that a long time ago, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're probably talking Victorian times at least, but yeah. But this is where he wants to be. The only thing I would say is that there is a presence upstairs here that is quite angry. I presume other investigators have been here before, other people have been here before. They are angry because a spirit board has been used.
Right, okay.
And whoever, that might be the person, the spirit that stopped him at the top of the stairs. But whoever it is, they are not very happy with spirit boards being used up here.
Okay, we'll try and find out if that's happened at all.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, maybe you should say to them, look, we're sorry, we'll make sure it doesn't happen again, and they might be a bit more forthcoming tomorrow night.
With Jeff Moore getting everything spot on, I asked Fiona if anyone has used the spirit board upstairs, and to my surprise, Fiona says that there was another team that had used one in that area. We set up several static cams for the first night and leave the building. At 3:45 in the morning, the static cam on the ground floor picks up a voice of a child calling out "Mum."
So here we are at Fiona's tea room, and it is really, really cold here. And that's why I've got a hat on and everyone's wearing their jackets and we've got jumpers on. It is really cold out here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a little walk through and do an EVP session just to see what voices we can pick up. So we're just going to have a wander through and see what happens. So we're in the main dining area here, and a lot of things seem to take place in all the rooms. There's meant to be an old lady here that wanders through, and they think that that it's a customer, but when they come through, she disappears. And also Jeff Moore also mentioned that there is an old lady that sits over there, and he picked up on her and had no prior knowledge of that. We'll say this is the second night of the investigation, so obviously Phil's joined us, and we left our static cams running last night, and we got quite a lot of noises when there shouldn't have been anything at all. But this morning I did get a text message from Fiona stating that the CCTV in this room had been turned off.
Well, not only turned off, unplugged.
Yeah, so it wasn't even on, which was really strange. So this is the main dining area. There's lots of stuff in here, lots of things for sale, from cups to cuddly toys, picture frames, all sorts of stuff in here. Even cards. Should we wander down to this hallway and just see if we can maybe pick up on the lady's voice? Maybe she can tell us who she is. So let's just have a little wander down here. You'll have to excuse the noise. It's just that the fridges come on now and again, and that's because they've got cream and milk and things like that. So the fridges come on for about 30 seconds and then they turn off, and it's turned off now. Just to the right of me here is a kitchen, and they say a lot happens in here too. It's only a small kitchen, but things get moved and thrown around. So, okay, I've got the digital recorder running.
Someone's coming down those stairs at next door. What?
Oh my God.
Shh. That's the stairs where we... Shh. Shh.
Everyone stand still.
That was loud.
Okay, just to let you all know, we are taking you to this area.
Shh. There's a light.
that's going on and off outside.
So that's a motion light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's coming down those stairs at next door. What?
Oh my God.
That's the stairs where we...
Everyone stand still.
That was loud.
So the walk-in sounded like the staircase to the upstairs. Now, to get to that staircase, you've got to go out of a door in the back dining area, through a gate, through down a little hallway, through another front door, and then that's the staircase that goes all the way up and all the rooms that are above us. No one's up there. It's been empty for a long, long time. The original door to that is at the front of the building, which should have just gone straight through to the staircase. But that was the sound of the staircase, and we'll show you that in just a little while, because you'll hear the same noises as we go up that staircase. So, this is the door here. It's a very small door. Hello? Is there someone up there? Can you hear me? What I'm going to do, Phil, I'm going to walk up the stairs so you can hear the same sound. Okay? Here we go. So that's the noise that it makes. That was very similar.
With our static cams all in position, Phil and I go to the rear dining area for the first session of the evening.
Hello there. My name's Jeff, and the gentleman next to me is Phil. And we've been asked to come in to speak to you. So we know that there's several of you here. We know that there's a child here. In fact, 2 children, and we know that there's a lady that comes into here and walks through into this dining area. Now, as I say, I'm Jeff and this is Phil. If you look around, you'll see some devices. This one just here, it's got a green light on it, and if you touch it, it will just light up in different colours. And it's really the same as that one over there in the middle of the table. If you just touch it, it will just make a little noise and light up. And it just lets us know that you're here with us, listening. So is it possible that you can tell us your name, please? it would be nice to know your name so we can let Fiona know. There's a knocking from over.
Yeah, it came from
Outside.
just over underneath that window. There was a metallic knocking noise. Excuse me. One of the things I was thinking of, Jeff, is with the lady who comes or is seen by, or has been seen by several people coming in and sitting down, it seems to be a repeated event, which might mean that it's actually sort of residual.
Like the stone tape theory.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than actually a spirit doing, interacting as such. But
Well, if that's the case and it's residual,
yeah,
then that would mean that there's someone else
yes,
here that's pushing things over and knocking things down. Maybe it's the one of the children that's seen here.
yeah. I believe there's a little boy that's seen here.
Maybe he's playing around and just playing games. That's all it is. He doesn't mean to be destructive or damage anything. Are you the little boy that's been seen that maybe works with coal or cleaning chimneys, something like that?
Even just cleaning out the fireplace
Yeah.
and got coal dust on you.
If it's you, you can come and join us. We're quite friendly. And maybe we can play a game. We don't mind. Was you the boy that drowned in the pond out in the garden?